Russian President Vladimir Putin has landed in Tajikistan. He's here for the Russia-Central Asia Summit, followed by a broader meeting of the Commonwealth of Independent States, the CIS. But why does this grouping of former Soviet republics still matter so much to Putin more than 30 years after the fall of the USSR? The CIS includes several of Russia's old Soviet neighbors: Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Together, they form a loose alliance, not exactly the Soviet Union 2.0, but certainly a post-Soviet comfort zone for Moscow. For Putin, the CIS serves two main purposes: political influence and strategic insurance. Many of these countries remain tied to Russia through history, language, trade, and energy. Keeping them close gives Moscow a buffer, a sphere of influence that reminds the world Russia still has loyal friends, even as it faces Western isolation over the war in Ukraine. Central Asia sits at the crossroads of China, Afghanistan, and Iran. It's a region rich in energy resources, crisscrossed by new trade routes, and vulnerable to instability. By staying involved, Russia keeps a military foothold and tries to prevent outside powers, especially the West and even China, from gaining too much influence in what Moscow still sees as its traditional backyard. Putin knows that the balance here is shifting. Kazakhstan, for instance, has taken a cautious line on Ukraine, refusing to openly support Russia's war. Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan are deepening economic ties with Beijing. And even longtime ally Belarus under Alexander Lukashenko is becoming more of a liability than an asset. So why this renewed push? Because Putin needs to show strength, that Russia is not internationally isolated, that it still leads something resembling a bloc. These summits give him the optics of power, leaders lining up beside him, reaffirming ties, discussing regional stability and development cooperation, all code for maintaining Moscow's relevance. And there's more at stake than just symbolism. Millions of Central Asian migrant workers send remittances home from Russia, a major economic lifeline for countries like Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. That dependence gives Moscow leverage. The Kremlin also operates military bases in the region, including in Tajikistan, where Defense Minister Andrei Belousov recently held talks to strengthen regional stability. For Putin, this is not nostalgia, it's necessity. As the ICC arrest warrant limits his travel and Western sanctions bite, Central Asia and the CIS are what's left of his geopolitical playground. But the real question is, how long will these nations keep playing along? Because behind the handshakes and summit speeches, Russia's grip on the region is loosening. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.